Good morning, good morning. So who's with me this morning? Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to hang on and just let a few more gather with us. We're going to be making some beautiful, beautiful gift card holders today. We're working up, hey Miss Bev, we're still working our Christmas in July thing. So we've done our notepad planner. We've done a Christmas card, and now we are doing some Christmas gift card holders. And Bev, I know you like to follow with me, so this is the first one we're going to do, and it just takes one piece, a quarter sheet of DS or of cardstock, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and the DSP that we will be using needs to be double side, of course, and it's 12 inches by 5 1/4. So if you want to, good morning, Linda. Hello, Jan. So we will get started here in just a minute. And I'll go over a few housekeeping issues, as they call them these days. And then we will get started on 2 different gift card holders. And again, the first one, the base is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, whatever color base cardstock you want to use. Then the piece of DSP is going to be 12 by 5 1/4. 12 by 5 1/4. Okay, then you can decorate it however you want, and I'll show you what I've done. Good morning, Jan. But we'll get started with that one first, and then we're going to do this lovely. I'm always needing a gift card holder for a man, so I thought this is beautiful. And we live here in the mountains with the trees and so forth. Ah, no, I didn't see your good morning above coffee, but I see it now. Hello, Grady. Good morning. So this is another one we're going to use in a gift card holder, a gift card holder goes right in there. So we're going to do 2 this morning. So I'll go ahead and get started. We've got a few on and watching, a few not. So hopefully folks will be able to catch the replay today for one of our Christmas in Julys. I am working with product that is in the mini catalog, which, whoa, let me get that clear piece of shiny paper off the way. This catalog will be available for ordering August through December. So some of you have them, some of them should be on the way to you, and they will be online in August for you to look at also. So the items that I'm using today are in that catalog, and then of course don't forget there will be celebration August through September that you'll be able to choose with each $50 purchase. Okay, and you can double up, and if there's a $100 purchase, there's 1 or 2 larger items for the $100. Okay, we did get notice that there are some things that are going to go on sale for the months. Hey, Miss Martha. For sales tax free day, but sadly, North Carolina is not one of those. It looks like Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Maine, Missouri, Mississippi, New Mexico, Ohio, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. If I'm reading those right, I have just put in eye drops, but I do believe that's right. But North Carolina's not in. But if some of you are in other states, there are a few that are celebrating or giving us the tax-free. But North Carolina is not one. Michigan's not one. I see a few. Calvi, Virginia is on here. So, there you go. Also, just a reminder that the Designer Series paper is still on sale. And I do have 1 or 2 orders that have come in that folks ordered with me. So I'll be getting together with you next week and getting those fixed to where we can do a drop off or a pickup. Okay. And don't forget the kits collection. Please go on to the website and take a look at the videos and see those kits. They are amazing. Paper Pumpkin is also, it is past the 11th of the month, so of course we are on a new box. And this will be the box that will arrive in August. It's called the Hope Box, created from the heart and soul of our co-founder, Shelley. It's a special edition, and it has enough supplies to create 9 cards and coordinating envelopes. It also comes with that Stampin' Spot and the exclusive stamp set. So there's a lot of things there. It says that the card sizes are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The colors are Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So there you go. Shelley always has lots of inspiration and so forth. And it says the box is designed to be a keepsake box. Keep memories, mementos of cherished memories or reminder of what's yet to come. So, there we go. Hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Doris. So, hey, Miss Faye. Jadon. I see everybody popping on while I was reading. So, what we're going to be working on today are gift card holders. Like I said, we have done our notepad, Christmas planner or gift pad. We have done a Christmas card. So now we're going to do some gift card holders. And I'm going to move this one out of the way. We're going to start with this. And I'm just using real red cardstock. And that is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So basically it's a quarter sheet of our 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. Okay. Just a quarter sheet. This is a wonderful way to use up some of your DSP. So regardless of whether you're needing Christmas gift card holders or if you're wanting birthday gift card holders, different things, just use that DSP and let's do it. So this is what we done. And then I have taken actually my punch, that one of the new punches, that the border punch, the Holly border punch that's in the new catalog, and made a little embellishment there along with the red rhinestone, basic rhinestones, and some of that new ribbon that's in the catalog that you'll be able to purchase. So you guys are getting all kinds of previews on the new things. And this paper is the Heartwarming Hugs paper. It did return from last year, and it's going to be, it was such a hit and cheerful and so forth. So that was brought back into the new catalog also. Heartwarming Hugs. It is 12 by 12. And you do get 12 sheets of double-sided paper. So I'm using one of those sheets. And one of those sheets will get you 2 pieces to do 2 different cards. Okay. It needs to be 12 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. 12 inches by 5 1/4. So I'm going to lay this to the side. I'm going to bring in all of my little pieces I need. So here I have my 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece. I also have a small piece cut to go on the inside here. This piece is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, and it's basically whatever size you want to make it based on your card, okay, and verse that you're going to be using. I also I'm using the Merry Christmas. I'll show you the stamp set and dies that I'm using. Both the stamp set comes from the same set on both of these. We're just using some dies, different dies. But I just cut a layer of red, and then I've got a piece of white that I will use for whatever greeting. So that's going to be maker's choice also, okay, depending on your choice of greetings. And then I've got just a small piece, doesn't take a lot, small piece of the new ribbon. I love it too, Faye. It's great, great, great. And then I punched out 3 of the little holly leaves from the holly punch. And then here is my piece of paper. And I have to tell you, it's Christmas in July, right? So I treated myself. Guess what I treated myself to? Yay, the new trimmer. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. So there's a couple things that I need to do. I need to go ahead. I wanted to show everyone this. And you can leave it on as long as you want. It just sort of gets cumbersome and in my way. So you need to take off, if I can get a hold of it, there we go, the cover, okay? Now, if you're okay with it on there, and it's just a plastic cover that helps keep your board good, okay? And it's on the larger sheet too. And you can see it starts to look sort of worn. And you think that it's your actual board, but it's not. It's the plastic pieces, okay? There's another one gone. Oh, I'm already loving it, Cobby, and I just started using it today, this morning. Well, late last night, early morning. So, and that plastic is on there pretty good. There we go. You know, I am going to miss the little pocket that's on the back to hold some things. But, you know, we always have a bag or something with us when we're traveling to swaps or to, you know, to do meetings and so forth. So, I am just loving it so far. The one thing that I am getting used to is instead of trying to pick it up here, use the lever and pick it up. Oh my gosh. And it locks down to keep the paper in place. I am really going to try hard this time to use my extender at the top, because my Stampin' Up reads here the correct way, and you're supposed to work from the top. I have never done that, so I'm really going to try hard so that when you guys are watching me, you can see what it is that I am doing and the way I'm cutting. But so lightweight, and oh my goodness. Look what I've got there. Look what I picked up. One of the little holly leaves. But it's so lightweight that even I thought our older one excuse me, I thought the other one was lightweight, but this one is, oh, it's just amazing. So I'm going to set it over here in case I need it, because I think I am. So we have, I think I've given folks that want to play along time to cut if they want to. So this one is the 12 by 5 1/4. So we need to do some scoring, okay? So that scoring needs to be, let me just move those out of the way. The scoring needs to be at 4 and 8, okay? So I just literally just put it in, scored at 4, and it looks like I've already done it, but let's do it again. Again, this one has 2 blades on there. Lighter blade is your score blade. Score at 4, move it over to 8, score again, okay? Now, whoops, let's leave it out for just a second. So you are going to fold, and you're going to fold. You're going to decide which side, thank you, Beverly, which side you want showing. And this is why. Because when you open it up, you're going to have this side showing, and this side is what shows on the front, okay? So whatever, okay? So if you have it like this, this is what you will see on the inside, okay? This is your outside, okay? Making sense? So this is the way I'm going to do it. So what we need to do then is cut from this corner at an angle down. And I like cutting, some people just cut to a certain point and let a card stick in, but I cut normally all the way down to from corner to corner. And that can be a little tough, but it can be done. You can do it by turning it over to the front side. And I have my Christmas music playing in the back. I hope it's not too loud. If it is, I'm hoping you'll let me know. So I just go from point, and this is my score line. Okay. And of course I'm going to save this because you never know what I might be able to use that for. No, Martha, it has both. Your dark is your cutting blade, just like I cut with, and the light is your scoring blade. And eventually I will mark an S on the light one just to remind me score. So now I'm going to close that up, move it out of the way. It's a great $25 purchase, I'm telling you. And you get 4 blades, I believe 4 blades for 12 bucks. It comes with the blade, one blade and the score on there. So, see, here we go. So, here we go. This will go here with my greeting. This is my holder, okay, my card holder. So we're going to use some tear and tape, and it's called that simply because you can tear it with thumbnail, you can use a block, whatever you want to do. Now the only thing you need to put the tape on is at the very bottom to that first score line, okay, because it's just going to hold the gift card, and this will do it, okay. It's a good trimmer, Martha. It holds 12 by 12 paper. Actually longer than that, because with the extension, I think it goes out much longer. So it's a great thing. So then we just fold this over like that. Okay. Now your choice as far as how you want to adhere this piece. Okay. Well, and it could be either way, but it's going to be backwards to me opening if you do it this way. So make sure your card piece, where your card holder is in the front, and this piece is what will, and if you want to do this, it might go ahead and help just knowing that that is your back. But let's pull out my, using Pear Pizzazz, I believe, is the color that's in this one. And I don't have my labels on yet, but this is Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, using the same one that was in here. And oh, look, see, glad I did that beforehand. Now what happens? I turn it over. No mistakes. See, everything can be covered up. So let's try that again. It's glaring on me today, ladies. So sorry. There we go. Have a holly jolly Christmas. So then, take my glue top off. And if you wanted to, you could come back with another layer underneath there, the green or the red. It's a gift card holder. So You know, depending on if you're giving it to an adult or a child, that's how long it's going to last. So just remember that based on the work you put into these. Hey, Miss Cynthia Dean. So I am just adhering that to the inside. Tombow liquid glue gives you a little time just to maneuver. So, and you can also, this is something you can also use as far as your Stampin' Seal. It doesn't have to be the Stampin' Seal Plus, just the regular Stampin' Seal. And then we are just going to place it centered the best we can on the front. Okay. So then here's what you have when you open it. You're ready to put your card in there. It could be money. It doesn't have to be an actual gift card. Money can slip down in there. You've got plenty of room for signing. Then I have my red, and I don't know what it is. At Christmas time, I like the red. Sorry, I'd go red, 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 red a lot of times. So I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want this placed and scoot that a little bit. So that's down. Now this piece, I'm going to go ahead and I need to clean just a little bit. What do you think so far? Is this one easy enough to where you think you might make some? Whether it be for Christmas or for birthdays or what have you? Okay. Just a follow-up for those joining me new. I am Carolyn Bosley. You are watching through our Inky Gatherings Facebook group, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you see something today you want, most of these items, Christmas items, are not available until August. And I am just doing a Christmas in July preview for everyone to be able to see some things they might like and get ready. Cardstocks, those type things, and as I already showed, kits are available, paper pumpkin is available, and you can go to my website, inkygatherings.stampinup.net, and order anything that's currently available, whether it be through the regular annual catalog or through the clearance site, okay? Yes, movie certificate. Movie theater tickets work great in these. Yay. They just go so quickly because of the fold. Plus, it's an easy way to use up some of your DSP. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Christmas. We're doing Christmas today for Christmas in July. And just doing you a little preview of what's going to be available to you. And then we'll be doing some more when the catalog actually comes out. But we have deemed this as Christmas in July. We had some folks suggest that. So I've just put a couple glue dots on here. And one to hold it closed. And the other one to help me adhere it wherever I think I might want it here. And I'm going to change it up just a little bit this time. So there's where I'm going to put it. Then I am going to add some dimensionals or pop-ups. Excellent, Martha, excellent. Okay, so, oops, I knocked that off. There we go. This is popped up. Just trying to get it halfway centered. There we go. Okay. And then I have the three little hollies. And I'll put that back up for some reason, but I will show you. This is the border punch, the holly border punch that's going to be available. So you actually get it punched out twice, but you can continue on for those of you that do border cards and things like that, or scrapbook pages, you can punch up and down the entire page. So I'm going to see, these are a little bit darker holly leaf, and we're going to see how I used a little bit of glue on there, and we're going to go from the top side this time, I do believe. Just change it up a little bit. Everything doesn't have to be exactly the same, and yes, it is a different color green, but I think that's okay because holly bushes do tend to be darker. And these are what I had laying right here in my stash. So there we go. So there's those. Then, of course, I got a little bit of glue there. And let's just erase that off real quick. There we go. Here I'm using the pick tool. Like I said, the next best thing since sliced bread. And we're using the red rhinestones. And these are available in the current annual catalog. Look there. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And you can still stamp it here to show who made it. Let's see what we can. I happen to have the evening evergreen just simply because that's what we're going to be using here in a moment. So that's what I will do. And sign. So there you go. And this size fits into an envelope. So you can put it into an envelope. So what do you think? Gift card 1 down in the books. I need some of those lovin's and thumbs up, everybody. Don't forget that. So there's the one down. I'm going to move that holly out of the way. The holly border punch. Everybody still with me? I got to make sure we're still alive on here. Yes, very easy, quick fade. Very, very quick. It is an old, the stamp that I used on the back. Thanks, Doris. It's an old Stampin' Up. It says hand stamped. It's so worn out. This is one I have used forever. And it just says hand stamped, and then I just signed my name over it, and it's got the Stampin' Up copyright. If I'm not going to sell it, and so forth, if I'm just personally giving, a lot of times I just pick a stamp set, an image. Like if I'm doing a floral card, I'll pick an image out of the card set and stamp on the back and sign my name. So yeah, it's just the hand stamped, and it's an oldie goldie. You can tell it's still mounted on wood, and I guess that one will always be there. It's absolutely worn out, but I love it, so that's the one I use the most. Okay, so put these away, tidy up just a little bit, and show you the next one. If everybody feels like they've got a few minutes to do another one, we will keep moving along. Just keep moving along. So, let's see what else we have. The next one, like I said, I needed a manly card. This could be birthday, could be winter, could be Christmas, anything you want to use it for, really. Of course, we're doing Christmas in July. Getting ready for some Christmas things. And again, this is an easy one also. I have my measurements right here. So some colors that I used instead of what I've had before, and I'll pull the old one out if I can find it here and show you what I've used before. But this one I decided to go with Early Espresso as my back, and that is 11 inches by 4 1/4. So that means you can get 2 out of each 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay. Also, yes, Faye, there is, and there's also another stamp set in the book now that works also for the photocopy or for the copyright items. So, and I can show that to you a little bit later. But this is Early Espresso as my back. I am using some Whisper White, and I'm also using, I come back with the Evergreen, Evening Evergreen, and I used, you have to have 2 pieces of the Evening Evergreen. They're 3 1/8 by 3 5/8, and then you have 2 pieces of the Whisper White, 3 by 3 1/2. Now, the greeting, it just depends on what greeting you're using, okay? This is probably 3/4. I don't know. I don't even know. It just depends on the greeting you're using, okay? Make your choice on those. But what I have used here are the, let's see, Christmas to Remember. This is the stamp set I've been using. And the Christmas Pine Cones dies. And I used this one single die. You get multiple dies on here. You get 2 big ones. There's actually 8 dies. But I've used this die. And then I have used these 2 dies. Okay? And love, love, love them. But let me show you. When I cut one of these, ran it through the Big Shot, or I'm sorry, it's now the Big Boss. I cut them in 2, and you could probably get 3 if you cut easy enough. I got enough to do 2 different fronts. So I'll show you what we're doing here, okay? Here's this. I'm going to move these out of the way for just a moment. Now, this set, I'm using just a small, small piece out of the Painted Christmas Designer Series paper. It's like a 1 1/2 inch strip by 4 1/4. It's just going to go up one of the sides, okay? And I picked the piece that matches what I was doing with the die cut, okay? So, there we go. Okay. This one, let me run down sizes again while we're just chatting a little bit, okay? You have 11 by 4 1/4. Okay? We're going to score it here in just a minute. It's got to be scored at 5 1/2 and 9 1/4. Then you need 2 pieces of Whisper White. These don't look like they're hardly cut correct, but I'll cut them. 2 pieces Whisper White, 3 by 3 1/2. Then you need, let me fix that one right now. You need 2. I'm using the New In Color Evening Evergreen. And that needs to be 3 1/8 by 3 5/8. Okay. Fix my white piece there. So we have those. Then you're going to have a piece of the Designer Series paper of your choice that matches whatever you're doing. And you don't have to do die cuts on here. You can stamp on here. You can use another piece of Designer Series paper. It's whatever you want to do. This Designer Series paper is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4 that I used right here. Okay. So I'm going to move these over. Now, move these out of the way. I'm going to bring my cutter back. My trimmer. Okay. And again, I am going to score this at 5.5. I'll move my cutter blade out of the way. Light one, light gray is the score blade. So I'm going to go 5.5. Pull this down just a little bit so you can see maybe. 5.5. Make sure I put it there now. Yes. 5.5, and then I'm going to move over and score at 9.25. Okay. We're done. Okay, so now use your bone folder. Where'd I do with my bone folder? I know it's here somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it works, Linda, for you. Maybe if you can't, maybe the replay will work better for you. It could be where I'm starting to talk, stopping, and all that good stuff. Sorry. So here we have, this is the lip that will hold your card. Now, there's several little circle dies and things like that in various things. I am going to simply use, you're going to laugh at me, but just so that it will match up and I don't have to go hunting something, I'm going to use the end of the solid die. And I'm going to run it through the machine real quickly. It's just going to look like the end of the pine cone. And it may look like a mess to some of you, but to me it emulates the pine cone, so it's going to work. Okay, then what I'm going to do is use just a hair. Less is more when it comes to Tombow glue. You don't need lots. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold that down and hold it for a moment. Okay, that's all you got to do. Then we have this. Okay. I try to get some of my little pieces out of the way first. So here, you notice you have this here. This is going to go from top to bottom. And again, just a little bit of Tombow. And you can decide if you want to leave just a little bit of a piece showing on the right hand side. Some do, some don't, because you've got extra room here, and that's just because of the way I didn't want to match the inside paper all the way over to that. Okay, now put my die up so I don't lose that. Then we simply start our stamping. Now, as you can see, I use the green on the inside. And what do? We stamp before we adhere. That way, if we get any, good one. And then we're going to glue this. You can see this come together, and it just makes a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift card holder. And like I said, switch it up, make it for a man, birthday, oh, of course, I slid. Let's slide, see. Tombo's just a little forgiving. So there we go. That helped. So, a little more here. Move it over closer to the inside, if you can see what I'm doing there, so that it does not come over the edge here. So you can see, I think if I hold it up there, can you see maybe a 1/4 of an inch away from the center, away from that fold. Okay, so then inside's done. Inside is done. Now here is some of those that, and like I said, I cut these pieces like 2 or 3. I have a couple. I did the one for the front of the one that we had. I first did it in brown, and then I thought, no, I want to do it in green, because then I'll come back with the pine cones. And then all on these are just a little picks. I didn't run the brush over it, so I'm just pushing them out with my pick tool. You know, that marvelous pick tool. You really don't have to, because your pine cones are going to cover them up, but it's just a force of habit for me to clear those out. So, and the next thing I'm going to do is pull out my silicone mat. Ooh, that was close. Let's close that bad boy up. Come out with my silicone mat. I'm going to flip this over to the back side, and then I keep in an airtight container one of my old sponges just to use for glue. And if I'm just using it on a small piece, instead of pouring it out on the silicone mat and so forth, I just do it on the sponge itself. And then I'm just going to do this in the center, not really going all the way to the outside edges. Okay. Then I'm going to come back on my white piece, and I'm going to just, this one, the way it cut, it fit better up top. This one, I think, is going to, whoa, I dropped it on there. This one's going to fit better on this side, I think. So there we go. That's that. Then at this point, I will go ahead, put some glue on there. Same thing, going to adhere it to the Evening Evergreen. Am I pronouncing? Yes, Evening Evergreen. These new colors, they get me every time. But I love this Evening Evergreen. So what's everybody thinking so far? It's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Then out of the early espresso, I did 3 of the solid pine cones. And those were going to pop up. Let me show you how easy. And we're just going to get those placed. And one is going to go there. There's multiple pine cones in here. I just did all the same one for ease. But there's different size pine cones in the dies that you can use if you so wish. Look there. Then I punched the detail pine cone die using the gold foil. And again, just going to barely put a little glue on my sponge. And I start with the one that's underneath. It seems to be the hardest. So I just get it on there. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. What do you guys think? And this one, oops, that's odd piece there. This one's underneath, so we will... Oh my word, is that not pretty? One more. Oh, there we go. Then you, when you put it on, you decide which way you would like it placed, and then you would place your Merry Christmas, and I've still got to cut it off. You would place it in a different area. So let's do this. And see, I must have stamped on the other side and not liked where I stamped. That's okay. I stamped it again. Okay, and then we're going to trim a little bit more, just a little bit more. There we go. And I think I'm going to pop it up also using dimensionals. Oh no, I slid it. Let's slide that sucker back. Okay, so I'm going to very gently go in. Ow! And glasses are coming off so I can see. Can't believe I did that, but I did it. When I placed it down, I let it slide. So I'm bound and determined. Ah. And we're going to scoot it down this time as far as we can. Yes. So, look, the good one's on the other side. What did I do? Hey, that one's perfect. Boy, I was all shook up this morning, huh? Something anyway. So, let's go ahead and glue this one down so we know where we are. Doing it down at the bottom. And putting on some pop-up dots. And I want to scoot it down. If you notice, I have this pine cone just sort of over the top of the layer just a little bit. Just sort of makes it feel like it's meant to be there. So is my head underneath there? Sorry if it is. There we go. There she goes. What are we thinking? Okay, so 3 down for Christmas in July. We have done the notepad, gift pad, planner, whatever you want to call it. We have done the card yesterday, or last time, the Christmas card. Now we've done gift card holders. Thank you, everybody. And they're very easy, very easy to do. Pretty much when you're doing one, you cut out for 2 and take it from there. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll go back over the video and answer questions if there are some that I missed. I will show you before we end real quickly. So I want to show you the dies that come. Okay, this is the die, the one die that I used, along with the 2 pine cones that we used. This is what we used, and we cut these apart. And I still have another piece over here that I think I could cut and make it, even if it just had 1 or 2 pine cones. So you would probably get enough for 3 by cutting one of these. But now also, let me show you. This is one of the die cuts, and this is the solid. If you can see these side by side, and then here are the other size pine cones that I told you get. So if you're cutting these out, they gave you enough to cut 2 at a time of each, the solid and the detail. So if you see, let me see if I can pick this up, get it in the right spot maybe. This, once it's cut, it lays this deep. This is the solid die. So this was like we used the solid piece of the pine cone. Okay, then here was the detail. This is the solid piece. This is the detail that you can use over top of it. It's gorgeous. Using it in, like using this in one color and this in a different shade. Oh my word. Oh my word. So, but anyway, you do get all of those. You get all 8 dies. That's the Christmas pine cone dies. You can buy them individually when it comes time, or you can buy them with the bundle, Christmas to Remember. Okay. So, I hope you have enjoyed today's workshop. Please post me pictures of what you've done, even if it is not Christmas. Please show me what you've done, and I'm so glad you were able to join me. So we will be coming to you again. I owe you one video. There will be one video popping up on a Christmas item to replace this past Wednesday night when I was unable to go live. So I hope everybody is well. Have a great, great afternoon. Bye-bye.